Hey everybody, welcome back to Mando Lessons. My name is Baron Collins Hill. In this week's lesson, it's another Mando Lessons Masterclass, and that means we are joined by one of my good friends, Reed Stutz, incredible mandolin player and guitar player and banjo player, one of my kind of old-time and bluegrass heroes. Reed is a total master, really thoughtful mandolin player, and I can't wait for you to hear what he has in store for you. Reed is an incredible musician, a very deep musician, and he's part of a lot of my favorite old-time groups these days. He's toured with folks like Bruce Molsky, a lot of my heroes, and Reed is one of my mandolin heroes, so I'm so glad to have him on the Mando Lessons channel. If you want to keep up with Reed, check out all the links in the description. I'll have a bunch of different places that you can keep up with any shows and teaching opportunities that Reed has coming up. But without further ado, I'll let Reed take it away and level up our mandolin playing.
Hi, my name is Reed Stutz, and I'm going to start here with a tune from Bill Monroe called Right Right On. So, man, some mandolin thoughts that have been on my mind recently. I've been thinking a lot about how my right hand technique and left hand technique blend together. That often in this mandolin learning experience, those two things are kind of isolated, but really having clean left hand fretting stuff, or if you're sliding, being clean about the slides and where you land, or intentionally not clean maybe, all that stuff just has so much to do with how the right hand is interacting with the strings too. You know, you could have perfect right hand technique, but if your fretting stuff on the left hand is loose, it's going to sound like you don't know what you're doing with your right hand either. So they kind of blend together. So really, like, focusing on, it's kind of a mental thing, but like how my fingers engage with the strings on the left hand has been on my mind recently. I'm trying to be cleaner and more intentional about it, and just more rooted in like that physical experience of what it feels like to have the fingers engaged cleanly with the strings and the frets where I want them to be. Especially like in that tune that I just played in the key of F, where things are pretty spread out in first position. And it's true in B flat too. So yeah. And then as far as the right hand goes, I've been tuned more into how my upstroke interacts with my downstroke. So just being, having an evenness to the flow of notes, realizing that every other note, if you're doing the alternating picking thing, every other note is an upstroke. And so are you really being clear with your, and honest with yourself about how your upstroke compares to your downstroke? So I've just been trying to tune into that, and I recommend that you do the same. Just think about how the pick is striking the string on both your up and downstroke, and be honest about whether your upstroke sounds even with your downstroke. Someone that comes to mind for me when it comes to this kind of thing is Everett Lilly of the Lilly Brothers, and I've been drawing a lot of inspiration from his stream of notes. Like, it's just a really beautiful evenness that comes from the down and upstrokes working together. And I haven't gone too deep in actually studying what he played on certain things, but just kind of calling to mind while I'm playing that sound has been cool for me. And that also brings up another point, which is like, if you're trying to execute something in your playing, being able to visualize it in your head has a huge part to do with that. So, like, listening to the mandolin music that you want to emulate to an extent. In the end, you know, always being yourself. There's no good in trying to play like someone else, because that person's taken. Be yourself. But yeah, being able to call to mind different sounds can have a really cool effect on being able to channel a certain thing in your playing. Anyway, it's just a warm February 1st here in Nashville, and I'm happy to be here on Mando Lessons. Thanks to Baron for having me. I hope these thoughts and this video and some of my playing can be inspiring for you.